Hi, I'm Trevor Gudde. I'm fighting for Cage Titans on April 6th out in Plymouth. This will be my pro debut.
Trevor, my man, from amateur champion, undefeated, to finally making your pro debut. How you feeling about, this opportunity and making your pro debut for where you held Welterweight championship? How you feeling about it?
I feel good. I'm super ready for it. If anything, it's kind of funny. It's like going from senior year to college all of a sudden. Like, I was the amateur champion, but I'm not really considering that anymore. Like, this is a whole new step in the career. I'm 0-0 as a professional, and I'm ready for it.
You amateur champion, went undefeated. Is there a different process now as far as going into your pro fight, as far as your training? I know it's longer rounds, more tools. What is the process now different from when you were, training amateurs?
Sure. If anything, I've started eliminating all of the little things that I was still doing wrong in my previous fight camps. You always have that one extra thing you could be doing. I could bike to work every day. I could stay on diet outside of camp. I could, do all of the late night sessions that I skip sometimes because I want to go home. All of those have been included in this camp. Like, I didn't miss anything for this one. This is the most ready that I can be.
You excited to be able to use all these tools? You get to use them elbows. You can really, use your tools. How are you feeling about being able to go in there and really, enforce your will?
I can't wait to throw elbows. I'm super stoked for elbows. I got some pointy elbows too. I'm excited for knees. I had a ton of success with knees in my last Muay Thai fight. I can't wait to utilize those. Elbows on the ground, elbows in the stand-up. I love the clinch fighting. I love the dirty boxing. That's like the ugliest side of MMA is what I want to be the best at, and I started to love it. I love the ugly side. I love being stuck against the cage, grinding there, and now I get to use elbows and knees to the head. Like, this is going to be sweet.
You definitely did the amateur game right. You went the right way, took the tough fights, defended your title. How do you feel about the progression in your game, jumping in and all different forms of martial arts to make you a complete fighter?
Yeah, no, I mean, we did everything. We did jiu-jitsu tournaments. I did super fights in jiu-jitsu. I've done Muay Thai fights now. We took the hardest people we could take in the amateur divisions, and it all went exceedingly well. Like, this is best case scenario. I'm ranked #1 in New England for the amateur division, so if it hadn't all worked as well as it did, I don't know if we'd, be flying as fast as we are, but everything's going great and it just all lined up perfectly, so it's time to go pro.
Well, you're a big fan favorite at Cage Titans.
Nice.
You're going back there April 6th to make your pro debut. What's that feeling like? You've been there to defend your title, win the title. Now you're making your pro debut. What are you expecting when you walk into that cage?
I'm excited. I can't wait. I've been to the last couple Cage Titans events, and getting to be in the crowd and get to watch it from out there was awesome. I hadn't actually done that for my first 5 or 6 fights. I don't think I ever actually sat in the audience. And now getting to walk in and know what that experience is like, being in the crowd and how loud it can get, and like the feeling of having your favorite fighter walk in, I'm stoked. I can't wait.
You wiped the slate clean here. We can talk about your amateur record, but now it's time, to get that 1-0 there going. What are you expecting out of your opponent? He's got some fights, some pro fights under his record, a lot of amateur fights. So you've been looking at this guy,
Absolutely.
Checking him out?
I mean, he's been fighting for longer than I've been training martial arts, and that is an advantage on his part. But we've watched the film, my coaches have watched it. We've been putting together game plans for the type of fighter he is and the tendencies he has. But more so, this is still me getting in there and figuring out my flow. This is not very much about who I'm fighting. They could have put anybody in there, and the game plan's pretty much the same. So I'm going to go in there and impose my will, lead the dance, and yeah, it doesn't really matter what he does.
Speaking of the dance buddy, you got a lot of dance partners coming from, cross-training gyms you attend, Florian's here, Eric Grossman, coaching all these beasts. How do you feel about going into war with, a whole arsenal of fighters on your back that you can cheer for and they can also cheer for you?
Yeah, no, the team has exploded in the last couple of years. I remember when it was just me and Smallville. Pat Crowley were the only people that showed up on sparring on Fridays here at Florian's, and now we got 25, sometimes more fighters at all levels coming in, all the way up to the highest pros we have here in New England, all the way down to the new amateurs that are debuting. So the team has come together amazingly. It's been a godsend getting to have all these partners to spar with, and kind of getting that confirmation that you are at that higher level, that I can keep up with the pros, that I'm doing really well with the highest level people that come in here has been a confidence booster.
From that first fight to now, will the butterflies be flowing on that night, April 6th?
I mean, it's been interesting. I always think I'm going to be nervous. I get nervous about now, about like a week, 2 weeks out. I feel nervous, and then the weight cut happens and you start to just like drill into the same mindset that I've been in over and over again, where there's not a lot of emotion, there's not a lot of room for nerves. Like, it's just getting in there, doing your thing, getting out. Come the night of the fight, I feel extremely impatient consistently, and so I kind of anticipate the same thing, where by the time I'm up there and it's time to go and they call my name, it's more of like a finally feeling than anything else.
You know, fighting is your life.
Yep.
It's what you want to do for your life.
Yep, that's all I do.
You know, what's the future going to hold for Trevor in this new pro game?
At this point, I'm going to get on every single card. I'm going to fight as much as I can, as often as I can, and because this is my career, this is what I do. I wake up every day and come here and train to do this. So the next step is moving up. I'm going to try to get quick, fast, undefeated record, boost my stats up, and then, you know, move to where I can make a little more money, make a little more notoriety out of this, and get my name out there.
Last thing, social media. We got tickets to sell, even though I know you've sold many already. Yep. But let's go, man.
I do. I still have a few tickets left. If anybody needs them, hit me up. I'm here at Florian's all the time. Social media, I am the only Trevor Gudde. I'm the only Trevor Gudde on Instagram. I'm the only Trevor Gudde on Facebook. You can follow my fighter page, Trevor Scarecrow Gudde. Yeah, hit me up if y'all have any questions.
Trevor Gudde making his pro debut, welterweight, former amateur welterweight champion, defending champion, pro debut on April 6th for CT43. We'll see you soon, folks.